Hi, this is Take from BigHeadTaco.com, coming here from the alleyway here of Gastown, and this is just right in behind Revolver Coffee, a cool hangout for those that love good coffee, but as well as those who love cameras. The owner, Terry, is a huge camera file, and so come down here if you have a chance to have a good coffee and find awesome looking cameras. And speaking of awesome looking cameras, I'm just doing a very quick synopsis of the Leica T camera system. I'm giving it back to my Leica rep. We're actually meeting here at Revolver Coffee, but I thought I'd just do a quick synopsis. A lot of controversy around this camera, and I don't know why. For those that haven't used it, I think perhaps that's where the controversy is. I'm going to go over its most redeeming quality or feature, and I think this is perhaps something that's been a little bit overstated, but I'll restate it again. The best thing about the Leica T is how it looks and how it feels. Now, why would I say that? Well, I don't think I'm making a stretch here, but if Leica has spent that much time advertising the fact that this Leica T was carved out of a single block of 1.2 kilogram block of aluminum, as well as the fact that they show a 45-minute video of some guy hand beveling the edges and hand polishing this thing for 45 minutes, I think Leica kind of wants you to feel that this is a premium product, and it definitely is a premium product. It feels premium in the hand, and so I think that this camera is meant for those that appreciate quality, but as well, of course, this camera can take good pictures, and that's one of the things that maybe has gone past a lot of the reviews or some of the criticism about this camera. Now, I know a lot of people have knocked the Leica X Vario. I know even Steve Huff didn't like it that much, but there was one thing he said: the camera can take great pictures, and that's one of the things. Not only did I like the Leica X Vario, not only because it took great pictures, but I think there's a lot of workarounds around the quirks, which was a slow operating system, slow autofocus, dark lens. And yet I took it on a project. If you go to my blog at BigHeadTaco.com, I did a few things that people said you couldn't do with the X Vario, which was late night photography and sports photography. And I did both of those during my Tokyo X Vario project that I did back in November. And so likewise for this, the Leica T is definitely the same sensor and very close to the same processor and operating system of the Leica X Vario, but a lot of things are improved. The autofocus is definitely improved. The OS is definitely improved, and we know there's been a lot of talk about its interface, some controversy, some love it, some hate it. I think it's great. I love both the manual knobs and the manual controls of a camera like the M system of Leica, as well as a lot of the Fujis. But I also love my iPhone, and I do a lot of iPhone street photography, and I love touch interfaces as well. So that part of it I love. Now, going back to the image quality, the quality of the camera build itself, people might feel that is a superficial thing to focus on, but I think not. For instance, I love watches. This is an old vintage 1972 Citizen watch that my father gave me. But watches, a quartz watch is very accurate. It's more accurate than almost any mechanical watch, and yet people will spend hundreds of thousands of dollars buying a Audemars Piguet, buying a Cartier Breguet, so many beautiful watches, and yet they're actually less accurate than a quartz watch that you could probably buy for about $20. So why do people spend that much money on these beautiful timepieces? Well, because they are beautiful timepieces, and it's the way that the watch makes you feel when you're wearing it, and because it's so beautiful to look at and the weight of it on your arm, you tend to value it more. So likewise, the Leica the T camera, the Leica T, feels great in the hand. I mentioned on my blog that it's a little bit slippery in the hand, and now that I shoot with it more, I take that back. It's not really slippery. For those that like a bit of grip, you probably are best to get a half case, or I'm sure there's lots of different things that will come out for different accessories for this, but I say that overall this feels great in the hand. It's a nice decent weight. The lens is very compact. Now, there is no optical image stabilization on this. There is a digital stabilization, but I think overall it's a beautiful weight. The EVF looks like a sort of a cyclops, a single eye sort of thing. I like it because I'm left eye dominant, and so usually on a rangefinder, the viewfinder's on the top left corner, and so what happens is that my nose rubs up against the camera. But with this, because of the way it stands out, if I'm left eye dominant, I can still see out my right eye. So I actually like the EVF on the top. Now, this EVF, is it the greatest EVF? No. it's decent. It's probably where, just somewhere between the original Fuji X100 EVF was when it first came out, and then with the firmware updates, and where the new X100 is. So somewhere in the middle. It's good enough for what you need to do. There is a built-in GPS in there, and Leica mentions that the reason why is because in a solid aluminum body, you can't put a GPS in the body, so it's built into the EVF. Anyways, that's pretty much what I want to talk about the Leica T. It's a beautiful camera. In the end, it has to take good pictures, of course. It might look sexy, it might feel sexy, but can it shoot? Well, because the sensor is the same as in the Leica X Vario, it takes very similar pictures. And shooting with this for the last week, and I also had it when it first came out for over the weekend, I can tell you that this takes beautiful pictures. And I'll be posting the pictures on my Instagram. I've already posted a few pictures, but as well, I'll be posting a full review on my blog, bigheadtaco.com, and I've already done a preview of it, and I love the images coming out of this. Now, the JPEGs are a little grayish, if you like that look, and for some images, it actually looks perfect, and the raw files are beautiful. You can really work well with them, and I recommend anyone that shoots Leica to always shoot raw. And so for this, I shoot the fine JPEG, not ultra fine or super fine, but I shoot fine, and then the DNG files. And then when I go back, I take a look at them. Sometimes the JPEGs look wonderful, and I post straight from the JPEG. Other times, I want a little bit more punch, and so I ended up using the raw file and adjusting that. So anyways, this is my quick review. Again, I'm in the alleyway here. I'm on fixed focus because this camera, my Ricoh GR, is not that great for tracking me. So this is the alleyway of Revolver Coffee. Come down here, talk to Terry and the boys here about cameras, enjoy a good coffee, and maybe you'll see me around as well. I come here often. I'm actually meeting my Leica rep very shortly here. But Leica T, buy it if you like style and you like quality. So this is Take from Big Head Taco. Thank you very much for viewing. Happy shooting.